Okay. Love and hip hop. Um, Love and hip hop Atlanta. A mess. Y'all never mind the shirt in the background, and if y'all hear something in the background, it's just my fan running. I'll be hot. You know, it's gonna be the summertime. I'm gonna be a leaking mess. I'm a sweater. I sweat a lot. So anyway, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Jocelyn Hernandez is still not back, but it looks like she will be back next season. Next week. So it'd be good to see the Puerto Rican princess back on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Now, let's get into this review. I didn't really take down any notes, so I'm just going strictly by memory of what really stuck out to me. Okay, so we ended last week with Betty Idol, which is D. Smith's friend, and um the little chipmunk, little Tammy, getting into it, and they got into the fight. And it kind of looks like Betty Idol got beat up. Looks like to me she was the one that was the most upset. Tammy's pretty much cool the whole time. What's her name is showing out. Oh, she pulled my hair out and this and that and all those moments. And Betty Idol got back to the car. This is not weave. She pulled my real hair out. Oh my god, she pulled my real hair out. Yes, if that's your real hair, dear, she pulled it out. You see it in your hand, right? Yeah, that's hair, girl. Let me see. Well, yeah, that's hair. Nothing came out. Um. So anyway, she was showing out. One thing that I did like with Tammy is that Tammy apologized to D. Smith. She was just like, "Look, you cool or whatever, but your friend is out of order," and D. Smith kind of agreed. Um. So let's see. Next scene. I'm not gonna go scene by scene because I don't remember like that. Okay, so Jessica Dime piece. Exaggerated Nicki Minaj with the pink hair, who used to work with Jocelyn Hernandez in a strip club. Y'all know Dime Piece. She talks to Tiara, which is Scrappy DeLeon's baby mother. And she sit down and talking to her, and Dime Piece was just like, you know what? I really like this Tiara girl. Like they're really cool. Like she's really cool. She seemed to got her head on straight. Like she seemed to not be about drama. Apparently, Tiara tells this story where basically she kind of held Scrappy down while he was in jail. You know they love to say that, I'm gonna hold you down. They love to say that on Love and Hip Hop. And she held Scrappy down when he was in jail. Um and she was make sure he had money, and she gave him oodles and noodles from time to time or whatever. And it's just crazy how he kind of just like flipped on her. She said that their mother is crazy. KK, I believe that's her name. We'll be having it next week. It looked like she got some blonde hair in. It looked like one of Tamar Braxton's old wigs from season 2 of Braxton Family Values. I'm like, child. Will somebody help this lady, the clock system. So anyway, going back to this episode, Tiara and her talking, her and Don Peace shooting the shit, getting to know each other's. And they're talking, and she was just like, KK's mad at me because she felt like I turned my back against him when I was riding and die for him the whole time. So we kind of got two different stories. We got KK's side of the story, and we have Tiara's side of the story with everything. But apparently, in Tiara's mind, she's innocent or whatever, and there's no reason as to why KK would dislike her or whatever. I think it's, their stories is probably a combination of the two, but I would like to hear Scrappy's story as well. Okay, speaking of Scrappy, let's see. Scrappy, he went on ahead and had a conversation with Stevie J. Apparently him and Stevie J is friends. Or, Stevie J, apparently he kind of mentored him or whatever growing up. They kind of, Scrappy, I'm talking about Scrappy with long hair, Scrappy DeLeon. He kind of looked up to Stevie J for a while. He's definitely kind of in the whole situation. He compared Tiara to kind of being more wholesome, kind of like Mimi and Tommy and Jocelyn. They're real good friends, so they hit it off. They had a turn up party or whatever. And one thing that was funny was that Stevie J was like, "Look, um, I thought that Mimi was all wholesome and shit too till I saw her ass swinging from a pole. I about hollered." which is the truth. I mean, we can all admit at this point, Mimi would do anything to stay on the show, absolutely anything, and that's sad. You know, everything shouldn't be about money. You have to have some kind of morals, class, motives about yourself. I mean, my God, but whatever. It is what it is. Um, so they're talking, and Stevie J was just pretty much like, "Oh, you need to choose." Scrappy DeLeon, he was just like, "No, I'm not ready for to make that commitment, and I don't know what to do, and I'll meet up with them later on, and yada yada." Um, Much later on, let's just finish the story out. Scrappy and Tiara and Tommy, who looked snatched in that all white one piece moment. She had a thigh out. Tommy's a nasty thing. Both Tommy and Tiara is very beautiful women. It's a shame that they act a fool over this dude, you know, with struggle ends and acne. But anyway, it was obviously treating them both like shit. Like, I don't. Oh my gosh. A classic story. Two women find each other when they really should be whooping his ass. But anyway, Tiara was talking to him, and she was just like, "Oh, you talked to Stevie J and this and that, and you telling me two different things." And he starts to talk about how he might be going to jail and all this. I'm like, what the hell does this got to do with anything, Scrappy? You've been going to jail. Like, you've been in and out, you know, 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So I mean, what else is new? Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, Tiara was expecting Scrappy to set Tommy straight and tell Tommy what her position is in his life, but he didn't give that. He was just like, "Man, I'm going to jail, and you know, did you hear about Donald Trump? Did you hear about what Donald Trump did, child? Yeah, and then yeah, you know, my mama, she doing all right. She doing all right. You know, she got a little dog or whatever within her confessionals. You know, she trying to be K Michelle with her hair and stuff. It was just like, Scrappy, get on with it. What the hell are you talking about?" Basically, Tiara asked Tommy, "You need to tell this bitch that you're not in love with her, you don't want to be with her." And Scrappy admitted that he's not in love with Tommy. So Scrappy just looking at her, just looking at him like, "Really? You're not in love with me? So what you bring me down here for?" Tommy got real aggressive. Um Tommy turned into like Tupac and Nate Dogg and Damon Dash and who else she turned into? Tommy turned into Suge Knight. Okay, let's shut all them down. Suge Knight. That's who Tommy turned into. Tommy scared the shit out of me. She was like, "Bust a move, bitch, bitch, bomb, bitch, swing." My God, my vocal cords hurt just doing that. Um, just very aggressive women. Um, so Tiara gets up. They was just going back and forth, and Tommy was just like, "I don't give a fuck about your bitch ass job and this and that, coming to my job and move, bitch," and all this stuff. Security comes in. So basically, I don't think nothing got solved really with that whole moment. Um, let's move on to the other Scrappy. Okay, let's move on to Bambi and Tammy them. So Tammy had this kind of party or whatever for her Black Men's Magazine photo shoot. You know, she's being honored. She basically wanted to post for this magazine, um, to show that, you know, even though you had a kid, you could still be sexy and this and that. And oh, shut up, that old classic shit. You just wanted to take pictures of your ass and shit out. But whatever. I like Tammy. I think she's adorable, and you know, I think she's a cool person. For the most part, I don't think she's the type of person that fuck with people unless they fuck with her, and that's what I like. Unlike some people who start shit, you know, and then get surprised and they get their ass whooped. I mean, you shouldn't. You don't even know this person. You underestimated them. I mean, that's on you, boo. You started it. I mean, come on. You baked me a shit pie. What you think? You think I'm gonna eat it? If I eat it and I find out there's shit in it, what do you think? You know, I'm gonna get you back somehow, dear. I might bake you a cake, you know, or or a custard. But I guarantee you it's gonna be dessert, and I guarantee you it's gonna have feces in it, guys. Something. Oh my God. All right. So let's see. Yeah, Tammy has this whole thing. She was worried about Waka Plaka. She's worried about Waka Plaka supporting her and all that good stuff. And Tammy came, Deb came, showed up with this old nasty white feathered bag, you know, Deb acne. Deb came. "I'm coming to support my I'm not even gonna fuck with that Deb Acne voice. I can't. So Tammy was just like, Deb was just like, I'm coming to support Tammy, my daughter-in-law, and this and that, yada yada yada. Um, Tammy had invited D. Smith to the whole party because she just wanted her to get a different perspective of who her husband was, to not judge him by his little radio interview, to really, sit down and get to know him or whatever. And that was pretty much it. Bambi was kind of throwing shade because Tammy brung up the whole fight thing that she had with Betty Idol. She was just like, Betty Idol. And, Bambi was upset because she was just like, that's kind of the bitch that's been all up in Scrappy Snapchats and Scrappy Instagram posts. And she's shysty and she dirty. And she'll do anything to get her name out there. And she don't care about, whether the man got anybody. She strikes me as that kind of girl. And so, excuse me. So, Bambi, the deer, she decides to go over to Scrappy's house. One, to get her dog, and Scrappy done had all these months or whatever. And then also, she wanted to talk to Bambi because Tammy is like Bambi's best friend, and she had an issue with Scrappy talking to somebody or potentially going with somebody, being in a relationship with somebody who fought her best friend. She don't rock like that, and I feel her on that. She was just like, why is you around this bitch? This bitch fucking with Tammy and this and that, yada yada. But I will say that Scrappy did check Betty Idol at the beginning of the episode when they was talking. He was just like, why did you bring up her husband and this and that? You don't need to do that. And that's why she went off on you and this and that. And Betty Idol was just like, whatever, it don't matter. She's a nobody, yada yada. Betty Idol gonna get her head rocked, her bed rocked, okay, like Young Money. She better tread lightly. You're a cute girl, Betty Idol, but cute don't last forever. You better make smart decisions. Your ass finna get lit up in Atlanta. So they're talking and this and that, and they're going back and forth. And Bambi, she gave her a friendship ring back. They kill me with these rings. She gave the friendship ring back. We don't need to be friends no more. I don't like your ass no more, ho. Get out my face. And so that was that whole thing. And she walked out, took the dog, and took the dog food and stepped on out. I actually like Bambi. I still remember Bambi from Basketball Wives LA when she was a Malaysia friend on there. I wonder if they still friends. Okay, so we had that whole scene. Am I missing anything? There was no Rashida or Carly in this episode, I don't think. Which is fine. It's really fine. Okay, let's see. Am I missing anything? Okay, we have the last scene where Scrappy, he meets up with Scrappy Delia. No. Let me think. I already talked about that. Where Tammy, she met up with D. Smith and wanted to ask her why she didn't come to the party. Personally, I thought that was a stupid question. Like, if I'm around people, it's like if I witnessed a fight between my friend and somebody else who I just met, who I don't have any beef with, I just met them or whatever. They just had a fight. If I was there, okay, and you invite me to your party where your friends and family gonna be, why would I come knowing that they probably gonna get on me? Because Tammy's whole thing is to why D. Smith didn't stop her friend from showing out and this and that. Because D. Smith is low-key messy as well, Tammy. Like, come on, D. Smith is a queen. Come on with it. I'm all for supporting your friend and being there for your friend, but I feel like if you're wrong, in which in this particular situation, I felt like Betty Idol took it too far. I understand her being upset, believe me, but she took it too far. She started insulting her, and so of course she's gonna stand up for her man and shit, of course. So I mean, you get what you pay for. Who's surprised? But like I said, I wouldn't show up either. If I know it's a chance that y'all gonna argue at me and be like, why you didn't break this up, and I'm gonna beat your friend's ass and this and that, then I'm gonna get defensive because they're still my friend. Like, no. So anyway, they start talking, and pretty much D Smith start being really nasty to Tammy. She start having a real smart mouth and this and that. Tammy gets up, shakes her tits, and walk out. And she's like, "Oh, you mad?" and this and that. But I do commend Tammy because a lot of times with the LGBT community, straight people, they like to say they like to, as an insult, they like to call you faggot or gay or dyke or whatever or tranny or whatever they want to say. But she didn't call her anything. She was just like, you mad, and shook her titties. That was, I thought that was an acceptable comeback that she gave. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it in this particular episode. This is a decent episode. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Chase King was here on Facebook, at It's King's World on Instagram and Twitter, at It's King's World 89 on Snapchat, um, Google Plus, Mr. Chalaki, and subscribe, like, share, all the good stuff. Comment, darling, moments. We'll see you next week.